Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy AJ Trip. Time for another episode of That's a Shoot. This is where I talk about the goings-ons of the week in wrestling. Primarily WWE. Some independent stuff. We got a big independent thing to talk about. And I want you to check out a very special episode of That's a Shoot. This is my review of the first episode of the Mae Young Classic. They are doing it different this year. They are doing it not dropping it like binge watch worthy. They're doing one episode a week. That's perfect. That's how it should be. And they're doing it on Wednesdays again, which is perfect. So for the most part, I'll be able to watch it live on Wednesdays, and then post a video about it. I think for the most part, my review will probably be up the next day. It was not up this week because I had so much other stuff going on. I may not be able to do it next week, but I'm gonna try my best so that my review of that episode is up the next day, so that you guys can talk about it, get to see it. So, but right now this is just the regular episode of That's a Shoot, and let's go ahead and get things started. So, actually this week, I didn't find Raw or SmackDown to be pretty much interesting in either category. I mean, I guess after that high of the Monday night after SummerSlam, when the Shield came back together and what they did to Braun Strowman, I thought that I guess it was just, I thought maybe there would be some type of difference. Does not seem to be that way. We got the Braun thing with Drew and Dolph, and that seemed so just thrown together. Like they just said that. Again, it almost seems like they just said we need another big match for Super Showdown. So we're gonna throw these three guys in and against the Shield, and we'll hope for the best. And I'm just kind of not for it. So, but what we did have, we had the tag team. We had Drew and Dolph beat up the Revival, and then defeat the Big B team to become tag team champions. We had Finn Balor versus Braun Strowman. Finn Balor beat Braun Strowman. We had at the beginning of the show, a brawl between those six guys, the Shield, and actually the entire locker room. Baron Corbin had the Shield arrested. Of course, they came back later on in the night in the obligatory paddy wagon, which is I just don't get. And then all the heels came out, beat up on the Shield, left the Shield laying. We kept KO quit last week, but he came back this week and he powerbombed Bobby Lashley on the apron. So I guess that's what it is. He's going to get back at Bobby Lashley for Sami Zayn, I guess, because he mentioned in his promo last week about Sami Zayn, being and before the match with Seth, it's about Sami Zayn being hurt. So maybe that's what he's going to do. He's going to stick up for his best friend. So hopefully they do something right with that. I still think they had like and here's the I just think in this for a company that is so okay with the death of kayfabe. I have no idea why they want heels in their hometown to Alexa Bliss. It was in Columbus, Ohio. Alexa Bliss was in. She's from Columbus, Ohio. It's her hometown, and then they have her just okay, let her cheer. Let them cheer her. I don't get that. Strange thing of the night. Authors of Pain. They showed a clip. Authors of Pain walking down, and Drake Maverick, the 205 Live GM manager, he's walking down, and he's dressed up like he's dressed up like them, and I just the whole world said what? So So then that was before a commercial break. So then they come back from the commercial break. Drake Maverick, he's on and he talks about being a manager for Ethos Pain. And at this point, I go cracking crazy. Okay, I go cracking crazy because they had a manager in Paul Ellering when they were in NXT, and even the first night when they made their debut, the first night after Mania, he was with them. But then they made a symbolic thing of saying, "Paul, we don't need you anymore," you know. And there's been this thing that this rumor that WWE, again, once again, in particular, Vince McMahon doesn't have he's not big on managers anymore. He's okay with Paul Heyman because Paul Heyman can get over. He can sell. You know, I don't know what's the. I'm trying to think of something. You know, I don't know, but you know, but he can sell the shit out of anything, right? So he's there, and you know, and they still have him on retained, so he's gonna be there for somebody, you know, as a manager. And of course, you know, they have like Zelina Vega's there, and she's worked with Almas, and you know, and I guess you could say Lana has been the manager, but now Lana is actually a wrestler now, as well. She can't. She's saying every time in the roster reveal for WWE 2K, I'm a roster wrestler now. So, but that's what it kind of seemed like. It seemed like that WWE has been too keen on managers, really. But then they said that so that's what I thought that's the reason why they let go of Paul Ellering, because they didn't, you know, they weren't fond of managers. But and then I sent out a tweet. I just said, you're crazy, man. You're crazy. Why are you doing this? You had a manager. They had a manager. Why, you know? And someone, you know, tweeting me back and saying, "But actually, you know, Paul couldn't travel. He can't travel because of his age." Oh, so that's why they stopped him. Okay. Then I tweeted back, okay. Thank you for telling me, and I apologize for WWE for thinking that you were doing some dumb shit. Because let's face it, guys, right? We all know that WWE can do some dumb shit. Like I said, they would be the company to bring up, you know, people from NXT that bring up a person or a team from NXT that had a manager. Tell the manager, we don't need you anymore on the main roster. You know, 6 months later, say this team person needs a manager. You know, they be the first ones to do that. So, but yeah, it's that was just the real thing of Raw. So we get something to put over on Raw that I get to in a second. Talk about SmackDown. And again, this is really just the Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair thing. And really at this point, they really would probably be better off putting that on last. If you really put that on last, you know, I know they're gonna put on Roman and Braun last, but to me, there should be, you know, really, they should really just go ahead and say, you know what, let's go ahead, let's make this a Hell in a Cell match, and let's put on Becky and they had a great promo, fantastic promo, dueling promo, two locations, old school type of thing. I loved it. So I think a lot of people loved it too. Again, I'm still not a fan of them trying to do the thing where Becky's not heel. You know, at this point, she's just, you know, these are just two people who have an issue with it, and you know, and that's that you did the heel turn, go through with it. Don't, you know? So again, I said that a couple of times. So, but whatever, this should be fantastic. AJ and Joe still are doing their thing. Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella, and with with Brie Bella versus Miz and Maurice. They took another step in their feud. They're adding Cien Almas into this, um, which is I think I hope ends up being where like at some point down the line they do add Almas into it, and maybe what you end up having is Almas, Miz, Bryan, and I'm gonna say Styles. It could be Joe, but I'm gonna say Styles in a fatal 4-way for the title. Come like maybe at the showdown or something like that. I don't know. I have not sure what they get planned for those guys at Super Showdown, but maybe something like that could happen. So we'll see. And for the most part, yeah, they did. You know, you thought maybe they were teasing a Tamina return, since with Naomi, but actually Asuka came out there, and there's been some things on the internet about Asuka turning heel. So maybe she might turn heel on Naomi. That would be interesting. Um, we got some news this week going back to Daniel Bryan. He has re-signed with WWE, multi-year deal, so that is good. So hopefully they do spread this, and they do make this go out to WrestleMania. I really don't see why they really could not give Miz the championship within the next couple of months, and then have Bryan chase Miz, and then get him at WrestleMania in some type of great match, in some type of old school 2 out of 3 falls match, right? So I don't know. Let's see. Was there anything else? Oh, the stuff with Raw Truth right now. It's just incredible. I love this comment. It says Ty Dillinger. So he said, you can learn, young fella. And Ty goes, what can I learn from you? Just learn how to get into the main event, SmackDown Live. And I really wish that was not written for him. I really wish that was actually an off-the-cuff shoot comment, because that would have been interesting, to say the least. So, but yeah, I think that was very, very interesting. So yeah, that's it for SmackDown Live. Obviously, the biggest thing, probably interesting period, was the All In Independent show, run by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks here in Chicago, Illinois. Had over 11,000 people get into the Sears Center. Probably had millions upon millions or more watching over on pay-per-view. So good for them. Apparently they had some issues, some time issues. Some of the matches ran over late, but and then they had to take down the main event. So I think what they did was incredible, because a lot of people did seem to enjoy it. I did not watch it, but I think a lot of people from what I read on the internet, a lot of people did enjoy it. They thought it was great. Probably the standout of the night was Cody Rhodes winning the NWA championship, a championship his father won 3 times. So I think that's incredible. And so we'll see. There's some difference in rumors that their contracts, the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes, they ran out in February. And there's some rumors that maybe they might jump to WWE. And this is what I would say. And I just speak for myself. I know some people also feel like that way, but I just speak for myself right now. I right now have a little bit of problems with what they are doing with their talent. With their talent. And I put this as my berry in one of my other videos, right? You know, they have so much talent that they can't get on TV. They really don't. At least on the major TV. Like I said, they may be on what's the face, on Superstars and on Main Event, but I don't watch those. Which maybe that might be actually a good thing, because maybe they might put them on Fox, on FS1 instead of on the WWE Network, and then I would actually maybe try and watch. But yeah, so I don't watch them. So, but see, once again, we went a SmackDown Live without a hint of Shelton Benjamin. He went a SmackDown Live without a hint of this. I can't think. Well, Oscar did show up, but she didn't. She didn't wrestle. You would think that Oscar would wrestle every other week. And we keep getting the Iconics. No offense to them, because they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're irritating the hell out of me, right? As heels, that's what they're supposed to do. So there's no fun of them, but give them a week off. Oh, by the way, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, where the hell are they? So, so when he comes, so if bringing in Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks would just do that again. They would just right now they're doing this thing on the independent circuit, and they should just stay there. And they're doing anything. They're doing their part. They're making a really pretty penny doing it. But to bring them back at this point in time, I just think it's unless it's for a one-time thing. I would think at some point maybe Cody would come back for a final run, a final WWE run. Maybe he would come back, and then maybe he would go back into NXT, and maybe help Triple H there, do down there, something like that. That's what I would think maybe. I think with all these older guys like Matt Hardy's now getting into producing. I think a lot of these people and then what Cody Rhodes did. I think a lot of them want to do producing and booking and things like that. So I could definitely see at some point where your NXT booking team consists of just the biggest names in the business. Shawn Michaels is already down there. Then you got Matt Hardy, Triple H, of course, we know is down there, and then you would have like the Big Show and Mark Henry and those guys doing all of that stuff. So yeah, I could definitely maybe see that where he comes back, does a WWE run for his final, and then maybe he would go and be a producer for NXT or something. But right now, I don't think those guys they don't need to. It would just be if I want to see him, I want to see him just for that one spot off at WrestleMania, where maybe it's WrestleMania, where Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks or Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks or whatever, they would come in for a spot thing against someone like that. I think maybe I was thinking maybe against even the Undisputed Era. Like if you had the Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish versus those four at NXT TakeOver. Wow, that would be fantastic. So this was again as a one-off spot, incredible. And then let them go back on, do their thing. I think it would be good. So yeah, I think All In is terrific. We'll see if they do it All In too. We'll see the Ring of Honor show at Madison Square Garden. We'll see how that goes. And so this could be a very interesting time in the world of professional wrestling. It definitely looks like even though the WWE is still king, there are still other places for in the WWE where you say, I can do great stuff and not be at the top of the mountain. I think that's really good. Time for put over and bury. This is where I'll put over something in the world of professional wrestling. This is where I'll bury something in the world of professional wrestling. Put over, I think, it was so easy. It was the best segment this week for WWE. It was The Undertaker versus HBK 7. The fact that Undertaker showed up, first of all, the fact that they did not announce him was something incredible. And they just had him showed up, and they had him do that. They announced Shawn Michaels, did not announce Undertaker. And then they had them show and had them come back, and then they had that promo in the ring. And I am almost now certain. No, there are some rumors that this is for like the Saudi Arabia show to come back for Shawn Michaels to make his comeback. But I would guess it would only make sense that they did that in the ring with Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker. That only happened so that could set up one more match for Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 35 against The Undertaker. Because maybe this is Undertaker's last time. And Undertaker said, I only need one. My last match, I want Shawn. And Shawn, with enough respect, would do that. He would, come out of retirement for him. Shawn would only come out of retirement for Undertaker. Probably the only thing he wanted to do. But yeah, and he said that he had tons of millions of dollars. He had, they wanted him in Saudi Arabia for the Greatest Royal Rumble to be in the Rumble match. I'm sure they'll talk about him coming out of retirement against AJ Styles. There's him talking about coming out of retirement for Daniel Bryan a couple years ago when he kind of screwed over Daniel Bryan. So there's been all the talk about Shawn coming out of retirement, but I'm sure that Shawn would probably only come back out of retirement for Undertaker. So, and let's face it, he's been NXT, he's been working with those guys, and he's probably got the itch for it. So, he should have. I personally don't want. I would be okay with him, not doing the retirement thing, not coming out of retirement. But if he would come out of retirement, I think it should be for an Undertaker match. It's not going to be 25. It's not even going to be 26. They're both older. I don't think they both can work like that anymore. When they did that match in 2009, they were. I don't want to say they were old, but they were getting up there. They were. I remember I checked it. One other thing. They were damn near 50. Now they're both over 50. Damn near close to 60. So, but yeah, I thought that segment was fantastic. So we will see where that goes. Triple H is supposed to be on Raw next week. I'm sure he'll give a good promo back to Undertaker, and maybe we'll get another surprise Undertaker visit. Barry, it was very kind of hard to find something to bury this week, but I guess I would bury Brie Bella. Corey Graves kept calling it ring rust. I would just say she was just, and I got this from Jim Cornette, listening to Jim Cornette stuff on YouTube, doing what Dusty told Big Boss Man, aka Bubba Rogers. And then Bubba Rogers did a move that he didn't know how to do, and he injured somebody. Kind of, I think. I don't know if he fully injured, but he just kind of hurt him. And he said, "Don't do shit that you don't know how to do." So I don't know if I've ever seen Brie Bella do a thing, and she kept getting caught up on the middle rope. So yeah. So I don't know if she's ever done that. So yeah, just gonna bury that, and there's nothing big. It's again. Just stop trying to hurt yourself. just stick to, if you want to do dives off the ropes, or keep practicing the dive through the rope until you get it right. Yeah, just keep practicing until you get it right. Good thing they were in Columbus. Columbus seemed to be a true town of like other than Lexus Bliss and that small point when Roman was when Roman was like when they tried to make him back, and Roman was one to come out there. Some people were booing Roman, but it seemed to be a true, hey, he's a face. He gets cheered. He or she is a heel. They get booed. That's kind of how they went. Even with Braun Strowman, they didn't cheer Braun Strowman. They started to boo. They booed him. They booed him. And whenever they beat the Shield. And they were the Shield. They booed everybody. So I think so. It's kind of like it's kind of old school. Kind of good to hear if you didn't hear people cheering, the heels or anything like that. But yeah, it wasn't a crowd. It was perfect place because you would have heard a couple of "you fucked up" chants if it was anywhere else. But yeah. So yeah, just come on, Bree. I know you coming. I know you're back. I hope you're back for good. First off, and I hope you and Nikki are both back for good. I hope that you guys can still. I hope you got a good couple years left in you. Then you can run your business. You can have more kids and do whatever. But I really would like to see you guys back and doing both of you guys doing your thing. Well, at least one of you guys. Even if You know, even if you Bree wanted to, you know, at some point have another kid or just retire fully and just say I just want to support Daniel, you know, you do your thing. Or same thing with Nikki. If Nikki just if she you know she obviously wants to have kids, she's gonna find somebody to fall in love with and have kids. Then that's it for her. It's good. I good for her too. I'm gonna support them either way. But I just I'm just glad to see them back in the ring. Okay, y'all. That's gonna be it for this episode of That's a Shoot. Make sure you click the subscription button and you click the notification bell so that you can get notified when I do streams for WWE. SummerSlam is just about a week away almost, right? The 15th or something like that. So obviously I'm going to do not SummerSlam, Hell in a Cell. Excuse me, Hell in a Cell. So I will be doing a live stream, reaction review after that. So the notification bell let you know that I'm going live and we're going to talk about what went down in Hell in a Cell. So you guys should definitely do that. Post your comments down below. Tell me what you guys thought about this week in wrestling. Also, tell me what you guys felt about All In, and does it give you? How does it make you feel about what's going on right now in wrestling? Because I think a lot of people right now have a really good feeling of what's going on in wrestling because there's a possibility. I think one thing people feel about this is that, and maybe I'm wrong. That's why I want you to tell me down in the comment section. But I think there are some people feeling that the stuff going on in Ring of Honor and the stuff that just happened with All In, and even to a smaller extent, I think Impact Wrestling is that for the last month or so, I've been hearing that they have gotten better in their overall product as well. That maybe they're starting to become more alternatives to just WWE, because I think a lot of people feel like it's just WWE and nothing else. And I think a lot of people want to have something else to do, because I think a lot of people are maybe down on WWE right now for myriads of reasons. So we'll have to wait and see. But right down there, let me know down in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And again, don't forget to watch, if you have not seen him yet, check out my Mae Young Classic episode 1 review. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully more and more things to come. That's it for your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there, and I'm out.